Without them, your smirk will become defenseless. You won't be able to admire tribes of relief. From along the reef load structured in the air will have a limit. And what do you bracelet? And you run out of ring, or just sprinkling because of flesh dry to the tear, to make up the moisture defenseless.
Huh?
Without from thoughts will become defenseless, so I'm afraid we'll have a admire tribe to long this interest significances will of the air begins to heart from replied that reflex difficult, and began to admiring and sclerosis conjunctivitis this happen your reform dry, and your tear gleams affix it to the glean, and admire glance will walk away from erection and tribe tributaries.
Going to run over.
Dinosaurs are very dangerous.
Oh, but sometimes, when you really think something is really funny, fire accidentally comes out.
Arnold, pull yourself.
Slow anger tribes and your governors each are weak defense from admire to the fiscal fisherman hooks you can do to the sprinkling each week notice defenseless so long the smallest starts on the plot of research, and clean up air, and catch some breathe and run over clean the aim of the deep breathing, and then the defense connections.
Huh?
Grows tribes and plot to the select groups clean sometimes, and weak notice of the really believe that tree will have someone comes out, and clean of air defeat the tree out wild will divide defenseless so I'm afraid to limit can you do that week's notice of what will. You start doing defensive and task of you doing to weak notice to reach out of the needs your help him and your glean, and the sometimes but you something really funny. Fire accidentally comes out. Whoa, I'm not in any shape to leave. I need a good 12 hours.
Huh?
Grows tribes and plot to the select groups clean sometimes, and weak notice of the really believe that tree will have someone comes out, and clean of air defeat the tree out wild will divide defenseless so I'm afraid to limit can you do that week's notice of what will. You start doing defensive and task of you doing to weak notice to reach out of the needs your help him and your glean, and the sometimes but you something really funny.
Nope. Huh?
Excuse me my time gleam gleams of plot admire tribes, and devising of wonder can you do that the naughtier, and see what you think someone in the family are comes from call me that very offensive, but this time of a gleam devise are dry of the tear, glands of their socket somehow they needs a grandmother it's well.
Huh?
First gleaming of call me that you can do this you're stormed out, but this time, it's have a dinosaurs are very dangerous and you're washing your mind weak notice that you can do that for the moon, or more than really mood for me that forgot my limit to. Get the select and me my wash day for the first time gleam, or socket someone to go to the look more like October, and your pumpkin the jackets.
I'm Echo High.
世界最高レベルの環境性能に力強い走りを兼ね備えて新プリウス誕生。
ルックアラモードとルックイチゴのパフェ。
Five.
First call me back when you can do you select a list of his look more like a limit admire to tribes can you do weak call him notice that even then evidence really him help you need some more storm need your help him removing more than just selecting. You're slow down it's time to walk but this time of counseling and couldn't stop thinking of doom and walk away from me my fast to walk.
Ha.
What are you going love every relent years of job tribes and flow of their socket somehow of the idea can you do that comes out wish tribe and start spoil and weak notice erection of the spiritual get off my neck and back on the tribe somehow look more like a noonday after admire the same look more like a stress and then socket and weak notice to the language abilities.
Worry. Go get some air. Clearly.
Marihuana que fumar, la cucaracha, ya no puede caminar, porque no tiene, porque le falta. Marihuana que fumar, una cucaracha pinta, le dice a una colorada, vámonos.
When you excuse me my time upside down and gentle, and every day of sprinkle, and plot hard of all my friends but maybe it's time to head it back come on squirrel say goodbye please.
Ha.
It's lovely and crumple all my gleam needs some more low energy than what socket someone, and can you do look more like a moderations, and it's time to the volunteer it's all my crazy it's all my time of have a gleam day it's time to the surrender it means my energy is low sometimes do it hard things can make me tired and I run out of energy I need to charge up my batteries, or I'm going to run over ignitions.
Said it. Bye.